I'm playing the
Bro,
Bucks. This the nigga that I was going back and forth with.
the Vikings in both
OT.
leagues, bro. Like, that nigga fucking rage quit it. It was barely the third quarter, bro. And I had an X Factor, too. On that game, I had to get an X Factor. And luckily I got it. Somehow, even though he quit.
Oh, he quit on you?
Yes, bro. Like, I'm talking about, it was like 35-7, and like, it's just the beginning of the third quarter. He went for it on 4th down at the beginning of the third quarter because he had ball first. Tell me why this nigga didn't get the conversion, so he quit. Bro. Yes, and I got mad because I didn't think I'd get my X Factor still. And I loaded back up into it. I was like, oh shit. I was like, all right. I wasn't even, because I was going to tell the commissioner right then and there that he quit. But, because, you know, you're supposed to ask before you can quit.
Nah, if you're up 21, you can quit, I think. But I think they stopped that.
No, that's in the revamp league and expandables. I think you gotta ask your opponent.
I forgot this nigga likes to run a lot.
I was kicking too. But my Lions team is so cold. I'm so glad.
Who was trying to get X Factor for?
Quandre Diggs.
What the fuck is that?
He got the my free safety, no, my strong safety in expandables.
You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On 1st down, here's Breida. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it.
I swear to God, if I lose to this nigga again by some fuck shit, I'm gonna be pissed.
But there's got to be one positive to that.
You stream? Oh,
yeah, I'm streaming. Yes, Jaden. No. No, I'm playing. Puppies, I'm playing.
On 2nd and 9.
I saw that too.
They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much. And that's why they lit up a little bit.
I'm finna go get some to eat real quick.
Alright.
I'm finna watch your stream.
Alright, bet.
I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
A gain of 3 on the play. 1st down, Buccaneers.
Ready? Back 25 behind. Flip. I got you, pump. 56.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. Certainly not how they envisioned. Ending their opening drive here in the 1st quarter.
Too many ones in this play. 1st quarter, 1st drive, 1st interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. A 1st carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. 1st throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away. Quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
Ready? Black 22. Mike 47. You must be getting tired of seeing me. Let me go.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's good for a Buccaneer 1st, a pickup of 12 yards. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Ready? White 25. Check, 47. What? Easy. Watch QB drop. Green, triple T.
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston. And now he'll tuck it. And Winston lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit?
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 92 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball in that stage from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Now on 2nd and 13. Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield, marking down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a first down. And that's the first connection, the number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara, and he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Ready? 97 to the mic. You must be 6'6". Pull it high. Ready?
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
At their own 19
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 23-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
You can't block me.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
All day, baby, all day. Check. Check.
They go play action. Winston. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 32 on the play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. Winston. Flushed out right. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Matt Breida out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Chris Godwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To the air, Allen. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. Here's Allen. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On play action, Allen. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
You ain't doing nothing with that. You ain't doing nothing with that.
Allen hit. He lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Now pounced right back on it, keeps possession. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Throwing now is Allen. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Escaping the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. Here's Thomas Morstead now. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
A little more room here on 2nd and 6 from the 6. Jameis to throw it. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. First down, Winston. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Cameron Jordan racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Back near his own goal line, Winston. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the gun, Winston. He's going to look deep down the field, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's got some space here. The 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Matt Breida, as the first half is winding down, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Ready?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the gun on third down, Allen. He's got Smith here. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They run again with Breida. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, Winston. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
The Saints take over.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside. Probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Two-jet bombers. Two-jet bombers.
First and 10.
Throwing on first down is Allen. Flush to his right. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you...
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. And here's Allen to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Allen going to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They go counter with Breida. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Winston. And it's caught. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. 4th and goal. And no move to take the offense on the field. They're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal. Now Winston on 4th down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Gesicki, his 1st touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Matt Bryant to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Go, go, go.
Ready?
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Allen. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Taking it about the 16. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Check 13. Check.
Play action now. Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Looking long for Thomas. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Breaking that one up was Justin Evans. Read it perfectly. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game. But that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick.